No matter how much we get released, is there always going to be something that wasn't released or handled or corrected?
A lot of people think that she is Blue Ivy's biological mother. And the timelines of these two pregnancies line up perfect.
A few days go by and I'm following up with her, I'm calling her, and I can't get a hold of her. And I believe that this went on for a few.
There has been a lot of talk online about Cathy White and how her name keeps coming up in different stories. Some people are now asking if one of Jeffrey Epstein's survivors may have hinted at something connected to her past. This has brought back old rumors that have been circulating for years, especially those involving Beyoncé and Jay-Z. For a long time, some people on the internet have claimed that Blue Ivy might not be Beyoncé's biological child. Others have suggested that Cathy White could have been a surrogate. These ideas became more popular after a video clip went viral showing Beyoncé during a pregnancy moment that some viewers thought looked unusual. Since then, many different theories have spread online, even though none of them have been proven. Now, some are questioning a different possibility. Instead of focusing on Blue Ivy, they are wondering if Cathy may have had a child who has remained completely out of the public eye. The thought is that if something like this were true, powerful people would likely keep it very private. Recently, there have been claims that someone connected to the Epstein case may have hinted at this, but there is still no confirmed evidence. To understand why Cathy White's name comes up so often, it helps to know a bit about her background. She was a public relations professional and model based in New York. She worked with well-known clients, attended high-profile events, and was part of elite social circles. She even had small acting roles and was seen at industry gatherings, which helped her gain recognition. Around 2010, rumors started spreading online, especially through blogs, claiming that she had a relationship with Jay-Z. These claims were never confirmed, but once they appeared, many people began to look closely at her lifestyle and connections. In 2011, Cathy passed away at the age of 29. The official cause was a brain aneurysm. However, the situation quickly became the subject of speculation. Reports suggested that she may have been planning to speak with a journalist before her death, and this added more questions. Since then, her story has continued to be discussed, with many people trying to piece together what really happened, even though clear answers are still missing.
Consider telling her story to me on the record, which implied to me, obviously, that if she was willing to tell her story about Jay-Z, that it was indeed true that she was having an affair with him.
Some people on the internet believe that Cathy White's passing was not natural, and that it may have been meant to keep her quiet. However, there is no solid proof to support this idea. Even so, the theory has continued to spread for years, and is still discussed in certain online spaces. Another claim that gained attention tries to link Cathy White to Beyoncé and her daughter, Blue Ivy Carter. In these discussions, some people suggest that Cathy may have been pregnant, and that this somehow connects to Blue Ivy's birth. These ideas are not backed by evidence, but they are often repeated. Because of this, people also bring up what happened at the hospital when Blue Ivy was born. At the time, there were reports that security was very strict. Certain areas of the maternity ward were limited, and a few parents said they had trouble reaching their own newborns. While this situation was likely due to privacy and safety concerns, it has continued to fuel speculation online.
They shut the whole hospital down, and people who had just had their babies couldn't see their babies for 20.
After that hospital situation, the internet quickly started asking questions. People wondered why everything seemed so restricted and tightly controlled. This is where different theories began to grow. Some claim that after Cathy White's passing, a newborn was quietly taken to a hospital in New York for urgent care. According to these ideas, the heavy security was not only about protecting a celebrity like Beyoncé, but also about limiting who could see what was really happening. Others suggested different possibilities. Some believed Cathy might have been carrying a child connected to Jay-Z, while others said she could have been a surrogate who faced medical issues. It is true that some public figures use surrogates, which is why this idea spread easily. Then there is the well-known interview clip where Beyoncé sat down, and her baby bump looked unusual for a moment. That video has been shared many times online. For some viewers, that single moment raised doubts and made them question the entire situation, even though nothing has been proven.
I'm good. It's a beautiful baby bump. No wonder Beyoncé is blooming. This really is Destiny's Child. First of all, congratulations.
Thanks.
Then the conversation even moved into the music. People started closely studying Beyoncé's song Daughter, trying to link its lyrics to these rumors. The track touches on feelings like guilt, payback, and outcomes, which led some listeners to see it as a hidden message. When she performed it live and became emotional on stage, a few viewers began to wonder if there was a deeper meaning behind it, even though nothing has been confirmed.
Oh my God!
Then there is Jaguar Wright, who is known for speaking openly about the entertainment world. She has talked about Cathy White's death and suggested that it may not have been peaceful, even hinting that influential people could be involved. There is no proof to support these claims, but statements like these keep the rumors alive and spreading online. At the same time, Jay-Z and Beyoncé have taken legal action more than once to address these stories. In late 2024, similar accusations were discussed on Piers Morgan and censored. After that, Piers Morgan returned to clarify the situation and issued an apology. He stated that their legal team provided evidence showing the claims were false and had no factual support.
But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and...
There are limits to what can be said publicly, and that is why an apology was made to Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Officially, these claims have been denied and even challenged through legal action. Still, the internet often keeps these stories alive, even after they have been addressed. Another topic people often bring up is a possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Many online discussions try to link Jay-Z to other controversial names. One person frequently mentioned is Harvey Weinstein. In 2016, Jay-Z had a business relationship with the Weinstein Company, where they worked on a few projects together. People also point to a moment when Weinstein spoke up for Jay-Z during an interaction with paparazzi, and even called him a friend. While these moments are real, they do not prove any wrongdoing, but they continue to be discussed online.
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Can I ask you about mass incarceration? And do you think the movement is...
After those moments, many people online started assuming that Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein must have been very close behind the scenes. More recently, Jay-Z's name was also mentioned in discussions related to Jeffrey Epstein, which added even more attention to the situation. On the internet, it is common for people to group powerful figures together and build larger stories from small connections. If one link is found, many assume there must be more happening in private. Some posts also claim that people who attended certain events or parties may have seen things that were never shared publicly. Others point out that many documents connected to Epstein have not been released yet, which keeps speculation going. There are even rumors that someone who witnessed events has spoken about Jay-Z, though none of this has been confirmed. All of these ideas often get tied into ongoing stories about Cathy White. From there, the conversation turns into bigger questions, especially about Blue Ivy Carter. Some online users wonder about her connection to Cathy, while others believe there is no link at all. There are many different opinions but no verified answers. Some people think that if Cathy did have a child connected to these claims, that person's identity would be kept completely private. Others believe that Beyoncé simply used a surrogate, which is something many public figures choose to do. There are also comments comparing appearances or pointing to old interview clips, but these are just personal opinions rather than facts. It is important to note that many of these claims are based on assumptions and have not been proven. Still, they continue to spread because people are curious and want answers. If any confirmed information ever comes out, it could change how people view the situation. Until then, most of what is being shared remains speculation, and it is up to each person to decide what they believe.